Guys, today I have an interesting video for you. So we're going to sim the 2024 NFL season, but I have a real big kicker here. I took away the top 100 players from the NFL. The top 100 players from Madden are not going to be in this season as I sim it. Let's go through here. These are the top 100 players. As you can see, all of them have a length of 60 weeks that they are out for. So they will completely be out for this said season. I do love the fact that the Seattle Seahawks didn't have a single player inside the top 100. Which is crazy, but yeah, not according to Madden. DK Metcalf, not according to Madden, but yeah. Other than that, though, I also added in some other players outside top 100 just because, you know, I wanted to add as many players as possible. The Rams also don't have any players. It's kind of insanely crazy. But for example, if we look at the Baltimore Ravens roster right here, right, they're already kind of in a weird spot because I feel like Lamar kind of carries that roster. But their starting quarterback is now Josh Johnson. They got Zay Flowers, they got Nelson Aguilar. They still got a pretty decent roster, but they don't have Tyler Lindenbaum. They're not going to have Kyle Hamilton. They're also not going to have Roquan Smith, and also no Matabuke. So it's going to be interesting to see how this all shapes out and who is the best. Now, as you saw as we went through there are a lot of quarterbacks who are also taking out the top quarterbacks around the league. So Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Dak Prescott, etc. all gone. Now, of course, people can, or the CPU teams can still go in free agency, pick up people, add people to the roster, and try to win that way. But at the same time, you know, it's not like you're replacing a franchise quarterback. So far, Ravens are 1-5 with the Josh Johnson Express trip that they're going on. Brownies are 3-4, interestingly enough. Mainly because they actually have Deshaun Watson, and Deshaun Watson in Madden doesn't suck, I guess. Not sure. Well, we have another new injury, ironically enough. Nelson Aguilar got hurt. So with already them going through living crap right now, given all the circumstances, I just had another injury pop up here. So definitely not, you know, I do have injuries still on, so ironically enough, with all the players taken out, players can still get injured. All right, so 3-9. How are the Eagles still 10-1? How are the Eagles 10-1, bro? I just need to know that. Just tell me. Who did the Eagles not have again? The Eagles don't have Saquon Barkley. They don't have AJ Brown, Jalen Hurts, Lane Johnson, Darius Slay. They also lost Jeremy Trotter for a little bit. They are still 10-1 with all these guys off their team. Kenny Pickett is taking that team to a 10-1 record. I'm slept. I am actually slept. All right. This is real life. So what is the playoffs going to look like? Because the Browns are 9-8. The Browns made the playoffs at 10-8 and 11-7. Lordy, 10 and hold up. 11-6. Yeah, so 11-7. Probably I'm butchering that. It is 4:00 in the morning, boys. Anyway, my point is, this is what the playoffs looks like. Chiefs didn't make the playoffs. Ravens didn't make the playoffs. Without Patty Mahomes, it didn't go too well. And by the way, they were 9-8. I don't know how I couldn't mathematically put that together. But let's go ahead and go to standings. 15-2 without all of those star players on the Eagles roster. The Eagles, they have such good depth on that roster. It is criminally insane how much they have on that roster outside of their star players. I tried to take away from them. I should have took away more players, but without AJ Brown. So their quarterback is Kenny Pickett, Running back was because Saquon's out. Kenneth Gainwell and Will Shipley. They still had Devonta Smith, Paris Campbell, and this guy. They had Dallas Goedert, so I guess they still had somewhat of a decent there. The line is still good, even without Lane Johnson. Their line is still somewhat okay. I mean, but 15-2, bro. Like, without your quarterback is kind of insanely crazy. But let's look at stats, though. MVP is Kenny Pickett. He went 15-2. How did Aaron Rodgers, with all these players out, he doesn't even get MVP? Bro is like the only quarterback here that I feel like is probably the best option. And he still doesn't get MVP. Derek Carr leads the NFL in yards. Rodgers has 49 touchdowns, and he lost the MVP to Kenny Pickett. So Kenny Pickett had 400 less yards, 300 less yards, 11 less touchdowns, and 7 less interceptions. And he got the MVP over Aaron Rodgers. I feel like that was kind of biased. That's the biasy going on, bro. 1,500 yards for Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones leads it. Jonathan Taylor had 20 rushing touchdowns. Okay. Devonta Smith obviously led the NFL, as he is the only receiver on his team, pretty much. Tyler Boyd was great, apparently. All right, so 12 sacks for Brandon Graham, Jalen Carter. So, yeah, the defense still ate, even without big play Slay. And let's just see how this Super Bowl ends up. So we got Wild Card Weekend, where we saw the Steelers beat the Bengals, the Browns beat the Colts, and the Raiders beat the Patriots. Eagles, Falcons, Rams versus Packers. Okay, let's see how divisional goes and what our championship will end up being like. As always, when it comes to these videos, I don't know what to expect going into this, so it's always fun for me. But we have Raiders, Steelers, and Rams, Falcons. Bro, what is going on here? All right, let's just see what the Super Bowl is. It's going to be Falcons versus Raiders. With how random this video is, that actually might be the best Super Bowl matchup I could ever think of. The Falcons beat the Raiders. Yeah. Kenny Pickett's MVP. Drake May was Rookie of the Year. Shout out to Madden. For a video, I had no idea how it was going to go. It went pretty good.